Alright, so how many times have you gone to a mechanic shop only for them to spit a flurry of words at you that you don't understand, and then they just charge you $100 just to look at your car? So this is a common problem for a lot of people in the United States because a lot of mechanics take advantage of how little people know about their cars. Now, believe it or not, doing your own car maintenance is very easy to learn. It is much faster than getting your car taken to a mechanic shop. Now, I know you're probably thinking that it might just be easier to go to a mechanic, drop it off, leave it, just hope for the best, and then maybe you'll get it back a day or 2 days from now. But that's not a good way to go, because doing your own maintenance is a lot cheaper, so you save money and you'll be able to finish it in one go, and then you'll be able to use your car for the rest of the day. Now, I've been surrounded by cars my whole life, and I have done many of these jobs myself, so I speak from experience, mostly. Alright, so a few of the main points we're going to cover. We're going to do a couple different jobs that mechanics can charge over $50 for that you can do yourself, and then we're going to describe the best way to learn things. So, first one, why would you want to do the job yourself when you can pay a mechanic just to do it? Well, mechanics are, as I stated before, some of the biggest con artists in this whole country. They will nickel and dime you for everything. It doesn't even matter what it doesn't matter what it is. You want an oil change, they're going to cost you like $75, like how they sometimes do at my local AutoZone. Also, say like they want to replace your oil filter. That's probably looking at maybe $100, $70 if you don't have your oil filter already. So, doing an oil change is one of the easiest things you can do. Honestly, this is just basics of car knowledge that you're going to learn. So, all you do, you go under, you unscrew a cap, you catch it all in a pan, screw that cap back on, and then put more oil in the top. Now, is that worth $75? It's not. So, why would you pay a mechanic that much just to do it yourself, instead of doing it yourself? Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can I learn to do this kind of stuff? Where can I look to find the best? Well, I'm not going to lie. Learning the little bits of an engine, the tiny things that go into it, can be really time-taking, and it's going to take some practice. But I guarantee you, if you spend a whole afternoon just looking at your car and then getting it done, then it's all going to start coming naturally, and you're going to be saving money and saving a lot of time in the process. Now, the best way, which is the way I learned, is have a friend or a relative that knows a thing or two about the cars, because they've done that stuff. My grandfather, he's worked with cars his entire life. He actually owns a paint shop. I worked at that a couple summers, and I learned how to, not tune an engine, I learned how to fix an engine, how to replace like spark plugs, how to change your oil filter, all that kind of stuff. Same with my dad. He learned from his dad. That's my recommended way of learning. However, not everyone has the best solution. Not everyone has this solution. Another one thing you can do is that you can look up videos on YouTube. Now, I know this is what a lot of people say, and I'm thinking, oh, just look up a video on YouTube, then it'll give you any directions on where. Well, I already did the research when I really got into cars a year and a half ago. That's when I really started picking up and setting my foot down and learning about the nitty-gritty parts, not just an oil change or an oil filter, that kind of stuff. There's this YouTube channel I watch called ChrisFix. And what ChrisFix does is he does a lot of in-depth videos of how to do these sorts of little jobs and how to do even bigger jobs, such as painting parts of your engine, replacing your alternator, replacing your oil. And since he's younger, he knows how to aim a camera. He's not constantly droning in a single shot take. He's making sure that it's interesting and you're learning everything you need to know. Most of these jobs are way less than mechanics, as I stated before. I don't know very much about the local mechanics. However, I did visit their shop for this project, and I saw that some of the things they charge for some of these jobs are just simply ridiculous. Say, an oil filter. You can get one of those at a store for like, what, $15, $20. They were charging $45 just to put that in, when you could be doing $20 doing it yourself and then get your car back immediately. Most of these jobs only take about 10 minutes. That said, if you're going into something that you really don't understand, you watch a ton of videos, such as like how to do certain parts of your engine, don't try it, because that's going to make everything a lot worse. Because there's a difference between switching your oil and fixing a whole engine. Because if you do it wrong, then a lot of bad stuff can happen, such as the engine blowing up, start leaking everywhere. It's a whole mess. You don't want to do that. Alright, so in conclusion, It's really beneficial to know your vehicle because it'll allow you to save money in the long run, and it'll make you feel more accomplished. I can't tell you how many times I've sat down after a long day and I decided to work on my car, and even if it's been a bad day, at the end of the day it feels like you're getting something done. Kind of like how people say make your bed in the morning because it'll make you feel like you got something done. You have coming home to a warm bed. It's the same way with your car. So even if you're having a bad day and say like you've been putting off this job for a little bit, go do it. It's helpful. It makes you feel like you're getting something done. It's not therapeutic, I wouldn't say, but it's definitely beneficial. Now, good luck. Make sure you do your research for tackling bigger jobs because it can be really dangerous. Okay? But make sure you know what you're doing so you don't get scammed and you save money in the long run.